Hello lovely people, it's Alex from Nintendo Life here, and welcome to another episode of Ask Alex, where people ask me their burning Nintendo questions, and I do my best to answer them as best I can. The big question today comes from Raymond, who asks, will there be a Metroid game for the Wii U? Nintendo have an unusual history with Metroid. It's one of those series that, it skipped the entire of the N64, apart from Super Smash Bros., and yet it has the sort of almost one of the best track records for being consistently good. The original Metroid was very innovative, Metroid 2 improved the graphics, Super Metroid, everybody knows that's basically the best game ever. And then you go on, you've got Metroid Fusion as well on the GBA, and then you've got the Prime series, which is its own series, and they're all really good games. The only one that really dips a bit is Other M on the Wii, which is a real shame because it had some fairly interesting ideas, but unfortunately they muddled around with Samus's character in a way that not many people really were fond of, and the gameplay was alright, but going into first person everything just never really felt natural. Despite the fact that Other M is the most recent entry in the series and didn't really do very well commercially, I still believe that there will be a Metroid game on the Wii U. This is based partly on blind optimism, because I would love a new Metroid game, I really, really would, and partly seeing how they've treated the Metroid series in the past. Nobody could have predicted that Metroid Prime would exist. A first-person Metroid game does seem a little bit unusual if you've only played the 2D ones, but Retro Studios pulled it off. They did a fantastic job with it, and they are currently working on something at the moment. And given the success of Metroid Prime, especially compared to Retro Studios' other projects, such as Donkey Kong Country Returns and Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, although they were excellent games, truly fantastic, they weren't as groundbreaking as Metroid Prime, nor as commercially successful, I believe. Could be entirely wrong about that. But based on all these facts, I would be very surprised if we didn't get a new Metroid game in the future. Will it be another one in the Prime series, a spin-off like Hunters? Don't know. Is it going to be a main Prime entry? Don't know. I don't know why I'm reading off. I just don't know. I just think that there will be. Quickfire questions, and Jan has asked me, will there be a lot of new 3DS exclusives, ones that won't work on the standard 3DS? And to that I say, probably not. It's a new system and it's got all this additional processing power, but Nintendo really don't want to alienate their audience at the moment, so I think if they've got any sense, they will keep things as broad as possible and allow people with original 3DSs and 3DS XLs to be able to use this new software that they're going to release. Otherwise it's going to alienate everyone, and that's just not a good idea, even if you are trying to sell a new console. I do think that there will be some games that will take advantage of the new hardware, but it won't be exclusive to it, like Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. Professor Whom has asked me what I'd like to see in the new Zelda Wii U title, and that's quite a simple question. I want more of a traditional Zelda experience. I don't really want another Skyward Sword, because I don't know why, but I just couldn't get along with that entry for some reason. It just didn't sit well with me. But I just want a decent storyline, I want good gameplay, and I want the big world. And the big world's already happening, so that's one down already. And finally, Jeff asks me a very broad question, what is my favourite Nintendo game? Well, that is an enormous question. If we're going for strictly Nintendo developed titles, I would say it would probably have to be Super Smash Bros. For Wii U. I know it's only just come out, but it's just so good. If you haven't played it, you need to. Or the 3DS version, they're basically the same thing. However, if we're going broader and we're going to include third party, it's going to have to be Banjo-Kazooie on the N64. I got that game for my 8th birthday and I have the fondest memories of any gaming experience with that game. It's just absolutely sublime. Play it. Thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, then consider giving that subscribe button a bit of a slap. And be sure to check out nintendolife.com for all sorts of lovely Nintendo related content. If you want to ask me a question that I may answer on the show, then do use the link in the description. You'll be able to ask me via Twitter. You'll be able to work everything out from there. So thanks again for watching. Bye bye.